this would be great to have something maybe just in front of them. So we've kind of complemented the salvias. Yeah. These have only been on air, I think, one other time. Yeah. So second opportunity to be able to pick these up, free shipping and handling, and you are getting a 3-piece collection. So this is exactly how they'll eventually.
Which I love, by the way.
Tell me why.
When you're planting a garden, if you just plant one of something,
that's true.
It's really hard a lot of times to see it, unless it's like a shrub or something. Like there are plants that are plenty big enough for you to see them in the landscape, but something like this, a lot of perennials, you really do want to plant at least 3 so that you get enough of an impact that you really notice them. So I tend to clump things like this. Like I make a little triangle when I plant them, and so I would put these in front of like the daylilies or something bigger like that. But these will go in the same type of place that those daylilies will want to go.
So they can share the same space, which is nice.
Yes, because both of these plants will do really well in poor soil. Both of these plants will do really well in full sun, kind of that really inhospitable sort of place in your garden where a lot of other things are like,
I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here because it's too hot and dry.
Which, I mean, and I mentioned it to you earlier, just, you know, you might be forgetful. You might not really remember to care for them properly. So these are going to kind of withstand.
These are tough. Honestly, these 2 plants are like the 2 toughest plants we offer. And the other thing that's really nice about these, so if you've grown salvia before, these are, first of all, a little bit shorter than the normal salvia, but these are our rose salvia. So the color of these is a little different. You can see it's kind of a light purple, rosy color. And in fact, when you get them home and they're growing for you, they look a little more purple here on TV than they do in real life.
So they're a little more pinky?
They're a little more pink.
Okay.
And before they bloom out, the buds, they're actually almost like a burgundy color. So they're really pretty, which is different for salvia because salvias are normally blues and purples. So this is a pretty rose color. So they're really unique. And the other thing is these truly are, if you look at these blooms, salvia are known for their long, skinny blooms, but they're not known for being particularly fat and chubby like these. These are really kind of thick, chubby, so they're big and impactful, which is really different for salvia too. So these are a really special variety that are just, they're more eye-catching, really. These also will not need to be, so salvia is also notorious for, it blooms out once and then a lot of them like won't bloom again unless you chop them back. You can do that with these. They'll like that, but you don't have to. They're gonna keep going for you even if you don't do the mid-season chop. So they're a little less maintenance than the other ones. So,
and I think we're all really, really busy. We want we forget, and we want something.
You just don't have time.
You don't have time, or
like,
maybe the conditions and the climate just really isn't that friendly to the things that you want to see visually pleasing in your yards. This is a great way to be able to get 3 today. We do have it on free shipping and handling, and we're gonna send them out right away because Leaf and Petal is like, okay, now is the time. If you want to get that beautiful summer season, that summer bloom, this is it. These are also perennials as well, so they'll come back every year.
And so they also have the 1-year warranty.
Which is awesome, that's great. Now, when we get these sent to us, what do we do? What are we gonna get when we get home?
So this is what it's gonna come in. You'll have the little brochure here in the box, and you'll take that out. You'll have this for your reference.
Which is instructions.
I, by the way, like to just unfold these because these are a full sheet of paper, not like the little tags that you normally get that have no information.
From the nurseries, and I'm clueless.
I put them in a filing cabinet because they're so much easier to keep track of. And you can refer back to them. But this is how it's packaged. So you'll get 3 of them. They're packaged really nice, so they're nice and sturdy. You'll unwrap the plastic, and that's it, basically. You're gonna take it out of the pot. If you want to put it in pots like we have here, you can do that. I personally like salvia in the ground because it is a perennial. It'll come back. If you have it in a pot, you might need to
and they're shorter, so like they can kind of be like closer to the grass line, maybe a little further away from a window because you might have higher bushes behind it, or if you picked up the daylilies.
Or right on the edge of your patio or a driveway, or just right on the edges of things. These are gonna really draw in the bees and butterflies and moths and all those lovely pollinators as well. They love salvia. They love the daylilies too, but this is the one that's really, because these have a natural fragrance to them that that the pollinators are attracted to. Yeah, so these are really a pollinator-friendly plant.
And is it normal that all the green leaves beneath it, they kind of fill out the space underneath? That's how they grow, which I love.
With the flowers above, which is kind of nice too. That's something that we do a lot, that breeders try and breed for, is for foliage kind of at the bottom and then the flowers up above, because sometimes a lot of plants, you know, they'll have the foliage and the flowers mixed together. You can't see the flowers quite as much. much. So we actually breed for that.
You guys are so smart, so smart. Don't forget, Leaf and Petal actually ships this directly to your door when it is the perfect time, which right now, actually, we'll show you on a map. Everybody's gonna get them, so place your order today.
I just want to point out, even if your time is already passed, like say down here in Florida, so that was the first shipping date was
March.
Back in March. We're gonna ship them to you now. It's still completely fine to plant them now. I just want to make sure that if your shipping date is passed, don't freak out. You can definitely still plant them.
And because we highlighted not only in the salvias, but the daylilies as well, they are hardy, tough plants. So if you're like, I've kind of wanted to try out gardening, or maybe you don't have a whole lot of space, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. For $29.95, you're getting all 3 that you'll plant in either a pot or in the ground, and then you'll get those wonderful perennial blooms, this beautiful rosy color. Thank you, Rochelle.
You're welcome.
It's always a pleasure to see you. You bring happy things. You bring fun and fresh.
All the night flowers.
Yes, and they're gorgeous. I'm trying to decide where I can put these. That's what I keep thinking about. Nice sunny spot. Okay, you can get those salvias as well as the daylilies. Remember, the daylilies were a yellow and a peach and a pink, and there was a light blush, and they would go perfect behind the salvias, because the salvias are going to be a little more compact, a little shorter, but they're going to have these beautiful sprays of these rosy lilac-y blooms. And to Rochelle, she was mentioning that they're really hardy. So whether you have tough soil or maybe harsh climates like here in Florida, they're really going to stand up. Now, here's the thing. We talked about both the daylilies and the salvia going into the ground, or you can pot them. And sometimes you don't always, maybe you live in an area where the HOA says, no, you can't put flowers in the ground. But